So Neveah lifted her chin and answered for him. No, I wasn't. A beat, then colder. But if Father commands it, I'll have him wrapped around my finger soon enough. She turned and walked away before any of them could answer. The door shut behind her. Neveah had endured years of torture, holding on to the hope that one day she would uncover the truth about where she came from, the truth about her birth. She crumpled to the floor in the silence of her room, breath shuddering, heart pounding. And beneath the humiliation, beneath the disgust, beneath the exhaustion, one truth settled into her bones like ice. Alessio would come back, because he had seen her smile, and men like Alessio never forgave humiliation. Alessio shoved Neveah inside. Cold stone met her knees. The dungeon smelled of iron and damp walls. He picked up the whip hanging from a hook. "Say it," he said calmly. Neveah lifted her head slowly. "Say what?" "That you are nothing." She shook her head. "I won't." The whip cracked. Pain exploded across her back. Her fingers clawed at the floor. "Say it," Alessio repeated. "You are an Omega. An accident. An embarrassment to this pack." Another lash came down. Neveah bit down on the scream rising in her throat. Her breathing grew ragged, her vision blurred, and for a second, her eyes flashed red. Alessio froze, his gaze narrowed. "Your eyes..." Before he could step closer, the dungeon door burst open. 2 soldiers rushed inside. "Prince Alessio!" Alessio turned sharply. "What is it?" "There's an intruder in the eastern wing, my lord." His irritation deepened. "What kind of intruder?" "We don't know yet," the soldier replied quickly. "The Alpha King wants you immediately." Alessio looked back at Neveah. His jaw tightened. "This isn't finished." He threw the whip aside. "You're not even worth the effort." His footsteps faded down the corridor, leaving Neveah alone. The door creaked open again. Alpha Dane stepped inside. Behind him, Luna Colleen. The moment Colleen saw Neveah's back, she gasped. "Oh gods!" She rushed forward. "What did he do to you?" Neveah pushed herself upright slowly. "I'm fine." Dane's voice was quiet. "You're not fine." Neveah forced a tired smile. "I've survived worse." Colleen knelt beside her. "You saved my life once," she whispered. Dane nodded. "She healed me after the border war." Neveah looked away. "Please don't tell anyone." Colleen helped her sit. Neveah hesitated, then slowly raised her hand, hovering it just above Colleen's stomach. Her expression softened. Colleen noticed immediately. "What is it?" Neveah spoke gently. "There's another heartbeat." Silence filled the room. Dane frowned. "What do you mean?" Neveah looked between them. "You're going to be parents." Colleen froze. Her hands moved slowly to her stomach. Dane stared in stunned disbelief. "You're certain?" Neveah nodded softly. "Yes." For a moment, the dungeon felt warmer. Dane exhaled slowly. "You gave us the greatest gift we could ask for." Neveah shook her head. "Just promise me something." "What?" Dane asked. "Protect the child." Dane placed his hand over Colleen's. "With my life." Colleen hugged Neveah tightly. "You deserve happiness too." Neveah didn't answer, because happiness had never belonged to her. Neveah wanted a moment away. She wanted peace, a moment to relax, away from the chaos, beating, and suspicion. She wanted to be alone. Neveah slipped through the courtyard like a shadow. Servants were clearing the last remains of the royal ball, but guards rushed past in the opposite direction. "Search the eastern wing. The intruder must still be inside." Steel clanged. Armor rattled. No one noticed the Omega girl walking toward the forest. No one ever did. That was the advantage of being invisible. The forest welcomed her with silence. Moonlight filtered through twisted branches. Neveah walked deeper between the trees. Away from the palace, away from the voices, away from the cruelty. Here, she could breathe. She leaned against a tree and closed her eyes. The night air cooled her skin. The world felt still, but something was wrong. The forest was too quiet. No birds, no animals, no movement, just wind. Her wolf stirred beneath her skin, alert, watching, then sharp, desperate. Neveah froze. The cry came again, thin, frantic, terrified. Her breath caught. No one brought infants into the forbidden forest. Not at night, not ever. The wolves of the Fang Pack avoided these woods after sunset. Even hunters rarely crossed the outer trees. Ancient things lived deeper inside, things older than the pack itself. So why was there a baby here? Neveah turned slowly toward the sound. "Hello?" she called cautiously. The cry shattered into a desperate wail. And then she saw it, a black dragon crouched among shattered branches. Massive, terrifying. Its scales gleamed like spilled oil beneath the moonlight. Thick armored plates overlapped across its body, each one reflecting silver light in slick patterns. Its wings stretched half open behind it, vast membranes torn in places from battles long past. Smoke curled lazily from its nostrils, its molten yellow eyes locked onto her. In one claw, a screaming infant wrapped in torn cloth. Beside the dragon, the governess, collapsed against a fallen trunk, her hair tangled, her dress soaked with dirt and blood. She crawled weakly toward the child. "Please," she rasped. "Someone, please." The same woman who starved her, the same woman who watched her bleed, the same woman who whispered that Neveah deserved every punishment she received. Neveah's first instinct was to step back. Let fate decide. Let the forest judge her. Let the dragon take what it wanted. But the baby cried again, helpless, innocent, and that sound sliced straight through her. Because Neveah knew that cry. She knew what it meant to be abandoned, left alone, thrown into a world that did not want you. Her jaw tightened. Freedom had lasted less than an hour. Now something ancient stood between her and it. She stepped forward. The dragon's head turned slowly, its gaze fixed on her. Not the child, not the governess, her. The stare made something cold slide down her spine. Dragons were rare, not extinct, but rare enough that most werewolves never saw one in their lifetime. The elders spoke of them like storms, dangerous forces of nature that appeared without warning and vanished just as suddenly. Some dragons hunted, some guarded territories, some simply wandered. But this one stared at Neveah as if it had found what it came for. Why is it looking at me like that? Smoke curled from the dragon's nostrils. It inhaled slowly, testing the air, testing her scent. And for a strange moment, Neveah felt something she couldn't explain. A pull, faint, like a thread stretching between them. As if the dragon recognized something in her. As if it had tracked her. Her pulse quickened. No, that was impossible. The baby slipped slightly in the dragon's grip. Neveah's stomach twisted. "Please," the governess croaked weakly. The dragon tightened its claw. The infant's cry choked into a painful gasp. Somebody will come, Neveah thought. The pack will hear. The alphas will respond. But the forest was vast, and the dragon's claws were already tightening. The baby would die long before help arrived. The irony twisted bitterly inside her. She was about to save someone who had watched her suffer. "He's innocent," she whispered. The dragon's head snapped toward her. Smoke flared. "You!" the dragon hissed. Its voice sounded like grinding stone. Neva's heart hammered. "Put him down," she said. Her voice trembled, but she did not step back. The dragon laughed, a scraping, terrible sound that made the trees tremble. "Make me." Something ancient stirred beneath Neveah's skin. Her wolf, not small, not weak, not Omega, a storm. She hadn't planned to shift again. She had sworn she would never risk it. If anyone saw, her father, Alessio, the pack, everything would end. But the dragon's claws tightened. The baby's cries became strangled. Neveah closed her eyes. Fine. Heat exploded through her body. Her spine arched violently. Bones snapped and reshaped. Muscles surged beneath her skin. Pain flashed white behind her eyes. Her dress shredded as her body expanded. Fur burst across her arms and shoulders. Her jaw lengthened. Fangs descended. Claws tore into the earth. The transformation ripped through her like lightning. When it ended, the girl was gone. A wolf stood in her place, but not just any wolf. She was enormous, 3 times larger than any wolf in the Fang Pack. Her silver fur shimmered beneath the moon. Her red eyes burned with alpha dominance. The forest sharpened instantly, every scent, every heartbeat, every movement. The dragon blinked slowly. So, it murmured. Neveah bared her teeth. Drop the child. The dragon lunged. Its jaws snapped where she had stood. Neveah darted beneath the strike. Fire blasted across the clearing. Heat scorched her fur. She leapt for its foreleg. Her teeth slammed between armored scales. The sound shook the forest. The dragon's tail whipped sideways. The blow smashed into her ribs. Pain exploded through her body. She crashed across the clearing. The baby screamed. The dragon lifted the infant higher. Choose, it taunted, your life or his. Rage drowned her fear. Neveah launched forward again. She slammed into the dragon's chest with everything she had. The beast staggered half a step. Just enough. The infant slipped from its claw. Neveah leapt. She caught the baby mid-air in her jaws. Gentle. Careful. She sprinted toward the governess and laid the child beside her.
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.